If you clicked on this video, chances are you want to know if I'm going to continue with my Etsy shop or not. Keep watching to see where I am with my shop, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Hi friends of No Friend Left Behind, welcome back to our channel. Shay here, and if you're new, welcome. No Friend Left Behind are a group of friends that have Etsy shops, and we're bringing you along on our journey because we're all in such different places in our shops. The person that got us all going is simply Shawna, YouTuber and Etsy business owner. So thank you, Shawna. But we want you guys to come along with us and follow our Etsy journeys. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do that below if you want more content like this. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my Etsy shop, my Etsy journey, but in particular, how it's affecting me because of my ADHD. Now, disclaimer, I am not in any kind of way a doctor at all whatsoever. These are things that I've noticed within my ADHD journey, things that I have read online, things that I have seen videos of. So if you feel that you do have ADHD, please make sure to seek a healthcare professional. Now, I've spoken about my ADHD in a past video. I'll be sure to link it below if you are interested in it. But I've spoken about my ADHD and how I get through challenges without taking any medication. And believe you me, there's a lot of challenges. But again, I'll leave the link below so that you guys are able to go and check that out. Now, in the past, I've started multiple businesses, multiple hobbies, and I've never followed through with it. And honestly, I just thought it was because I wasn't good at it. So I figured anybody that wasn't good at something, they just moved on to the next thing until they found something that they were good at. Not knowing that people aren't good at things and they continue at it and they follow through with it until they get good at it. And that is why they stick with it. But with ADHD, you need your dopamine to be triggered in order for you to continue with something. So when there is something that I do want, I have to force myself to continue through with it. School, I really wanted to go to school and I wanted to continue. And I remember in the back of my mind, I was like, you're spending a lot of money for school and you know what you want to do. You know the reason why you're going to school, so you have to follow through with this. That's just one example of something in my life that I had to force myself to follow through with. For a full-time job, I cannot have a job where I am just sitting at a desk doing the same thing every day because it just doesn't work for me and my personality with ADHD. So the job that I currently have, yeah, I sit behind a desk, but visually it's something different that I see on an everyday basis. So as my ADHD pertains to my Etsy shop, it has been a huge challenge with my Etsy business, and I have been fighting internally with myself to keep pushing myself to move forward. As a person with ADHD, I do go through moments of hyperfocus, and my hyperfocus is broken down into two different categories. One is daily and one is monthly. Now, what I mean by that, daily, I can be hyper-focused for several hours on a topic, on a conversation, on learning something. And if something interrupts me, then I end up getting really frustrated, irrationally frustrated. It makes no sense. A lot of times I'm working on my Etsy in between working my full-time job, and I get super annoyed when I know I have to go back to work. But I know that I've been working this whole entire time. Why are you getting so upset? When I say monthly, with my Etsy shop, I started back in January and I was gung-ho. I was super excited about working on Etsy and I knew the end product that I want from my Etsy shop. So it has been, I want to say it's been like 4 or 5 months that I felt that same exact way, and I was in my shop every day and I was listing every single day, and then I just started putting out like. So that's what I mean by monthly. Now I have to get back to a place where I want to restart my Etsy business. Not restart it, but I want to restart listing as much as I was in the beginning of the year. So one of the reasons why I've lost that kind of will to want to put more listings in my shop is because of something called dopamine. And people with ADHD have a lower level of dopamine hormones within their body. So dopamine is basically the feel-good hormone that everybody has. And examples of dopamine: you do something fun, you feel good afterwards, you had a boost of dopamine. You buy something online, you get that sent to your home. When you finally get that package, you get super excited. That's such a good feeling. That's dopamine at work. I get a sale in my shop and my dopamine levels shoot through the roof. I get multiple sales in my shop and I am going to outer space. But the problem is, I haven't been getting as many sales, so my dopamine levels, they'll spike for a moment and then they'll come right back down and kind of actually get lower than they were before. So this is the reason why I have been struggling so much with my Etsy shop and listing. So because I haven't been getting a lot of sales in my Etsy shop, my hyper-focus within my Etsy shop and making those designs and the listings, they've kind of diminished a little bit. And that's because my dopamine has not been triggered as much or as frequently as I would like for it to be. Now, I want you to understand, I do get that things don't happen right away. I understand that. I get it. I understand it. But my brain doesn't always understand that. And so my brain starts to tell me, okay, you're not getting the sales that you want, so let's give up on it and let's move on to the next thing. Like, I literally have to talk myself to finish, to continue things. And I do it all the time because my dopamine levels are so low. I'm not getting or seeing the results sooner than later. Again, I understand that it does take some time, but my brain doesn't always want to compute that. And right now, because of the lower dopamine within my body, I don't want to list as frequently or create designs as frequently as I did in the beginning of the year. Now, this is really where the question, what is your why, comes into play. I do know my why. I know my why is so that I can make money, that I don't have to rely on my full-time job, rely on all the other jobs that I have, and that if I do want to work, it's because I want to work for someone else, not because I have to. Right now, I have to work for someone else in order to get that paycheck to pay for my bills. I also know that I want to be able to travel with my friends. I want to have enough money to be able to do that and work. Not that I don't want to work, because I love working, I really do. But right now, it's just taking a toll on me with all the things that I'm doing besides my full-time job and all the other jobs. So I am hoping that Etsy will bring in that extra income to let me be able to travel, to allow me to not stress as much as I do about all my bills, and hopefully just to have a better way of life. When my friends go on vacation, I really truly don't want to be left behind, but it is a part of my why. So right now I'm at a point where I do have to force myself to create designs, to want to create designs, to want to list and input them in my Etsy shop. And it is a struggle. It is a struggle every single day. It's like riding a bicycle up a hill. You know that it's really hard and you're trucking along and you're going, and you know eventually you're going to get to the top of that hill and then you're going to get down and it's going to be a wonderful ride. But right now I am starting that climb, that ride up the mountain, up that hill, and it is a struggle for me. So the question is, am I going to give up on my Etsy shop? Absolutely not. I have come entirely way too far to give up now. I plan on continuing to force myself to put listings in and to make designs for my shop, and I am not going to give up. Am I going to hit the goals at the time that I wanted to? No, unfortunately, I'm not going to. But that's okay, because I'm not giving up on my shop, and that's the best part, not to give up on your shop. So that just means it's going to take me a little longer to get where I hoped to be within my Etsy shop, but I'm not giving up. There's no way. It's not happening. I'm not giving up on my shop. What I am going to do though is I'm going to be kinder to myself, because when I start to lag off in my shop, then I'm actually kind of mean to myself within my head. Like, I don't talk very nicely to myself. So I have to be kinder to myself and understand with ADHD, it's going to take a little longer, and that is okay. And that's okay. So I need to channel my inner Max Verstappen. And if you don't know who Max Verstappen is, he is the world champion for Formula One right now. He raced one of the races, I can't remember which one it was, not too long ago. And his car was malfunctioning, so he had to manually race the car. And he ended up winning the race. So I need to channel my inner Max Verstappen, and I need to manually win this race and continue with my Etsy shop until I see the results that I'm looking for. Thanks guys for sticking around this long. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And again, if you haven't subscribed already and you like this content, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. Bye.
You're so cute. Mwah. He's so cute. But he pees on everything. So don't let the cuteness fool you.